Hi everybody, just waiting for somebody to arrive and then I can say hi to everybody. In the meantime, I'll just carry on with my crochet until anybody finds me. Oh, hello Candy Goth. You're the first one to find me. Oh, hi Amanda. My niece was around to take me to Argos to buy a new webcam, and it's HD webcam, so it's showing every pore of my body. Hi Chrissy, hi Addie. So, me in HD is a bit scary. So, how are you all today? Yeah, I know it's a good camera, isn't it? Yeah. It's a pity I can't use this camera when I'm doing my YouTubes. Well, I probably could actually, but I'd never get Sue in if she was here. Hi, Jan. Oh, hi there, Kelly. Yeah, it's a very too good picture, to be honest with you. It's showing all my pores up. Hi, Sylvia. Oh, I'm getting a lot of people. I'm trying to count because I'm doing my first row. My niece loved a little shrug thing I made. You know that, what's it called? Lunar Lovegood, yeah. Hi, Nikki. I'm fine, thank you. Just counting, sorry. I was a bit behind time because I meant to do this first row before I had to speak to anybody because I was counting. You know, it's like when you're counting. Somebody goes 25, 96, 34. You know, when you're trying to count, it's quite annoying, really, isn't it? But Zoe's not here yet, so she won't be doing that to me. Oh, my bruise is healing up quite nicely now. Look at that. It's like, I don't know why it's got the dark colour around the outside, but it's gone quite normal in the middle, yeah? Oh, hi, Gilmore girl. How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm not planning on falling off any more rollators. Yeah, I didn't plan on falling off that one, but it just sort of happened. Today I was going to do so much, and I didn't do yet. It was a lovely purple one last week. It was really, really spectacular. But I've been putting arnica on it, and it's. Oh, hi, Mimi. Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. I hope he's doing well, or better than you hope. Yeah, it's a worrying time when you've got relatives in the hospital. Yeah, I've had my fair share of that, unfortunately. It's not much fun, is it? Oh, 21. Got the right number on. I know, relatives in hospital. You're often far more worried than they actually are. So I know when I was in the hospital a long time ago when I had my back fixed, apparently I looked like, death warmed over. And, but I felt okay. I frightened everybody else, but I was okay. Yeah, I know you do. There's not much you can do except giving me a love. It is a helpless situation, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was okay in the end. But I did scare everybody because I wasn't well for a while, let's say. Well, he's in the right place. You've got to think about that, Mimi. It would have been far worse if it had have all happened at home and he wasn't there with all the trained staff and everything. He's in the right place, as they say. Far more worrying if he was at home and you were all having to look after him. Yeah, it's not much fun. We've recently had a bout, haven't we? I've had people in hospital and, I've known other people, got people in hospital. It seems to be a rough kind of time of year, really. Yeah, I'm sure he'll be glad to see you when you get down there in 2 weeks, Mimi. It's more frustrating when you're miles away from them and you can't go and see. Oh, hi, Kim. I've got my fan on if you can hear anything whirring. It's the fan overhead. Yeah. I've been sleeping with the fan on over my head because it's been too hot. We're always moaning about something, aren't we? Oh, hi, yes, Shirley. We're always grumbling. We're grumbling if it's too cold. We're grumbling if it's windy. We're grumbling if it's too hot. I'm trying not to grumble because it's hot. I'm trying not to be like that. $14, $15, yep. Oh, the chat went off. You're due for thunderstorms. We're not supposed to have any next week. I think the forecast for the week after. I think we've got another week where it's supposed to be hot. I don't like thunder, I'm afraid. Thunder is not my favourite thing. My dad used to try very hard not to get me to be not afraid of thunder, but it never worked. Oh, hi, Donna. Oh, hi, Connie. You're getting them tomorrow in Cornwall and it's back to hot. I mean, we could do with some rain actually up here, because of all the fires on the moors. We've got the troops in now at the moment trying to batten it all down. But the problem is it's peat. And once peat starts to glow, that takes an awful lot of wetting down to get it to stop burning. Hi, T. Vernon. Oh, I've got yellow grass. Hi, Robin. Hi, Pamela. Oh, it's hot in Ohio. Yeah, I know. I've just been speaking with Jenny from Ohio, and she was very hot. She's had to keep her son in all day, really, because it was too hot for him to play out. Yeah. Oh, you were painting. Do you know, to be honest, I really haven't been out today apart from going shopping. I was going to sit out on the deck, but it was a little bit hot. Oh, you're freezing in the mountains in Australia. Oh, dear. I should have soaked my garden, but I'm not very good with getting the hose pipe out. It hurts my back. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I've got to get another 2 in. I know. I mean, Ireland, they used to use peat for slow cooking. That's why a lot of the Irish cooking is done, like a stew or something like the Irish stew, because they could put the peat on the fire and it would be like smouldering all day. So when they came in from the working, out in the fields and everything, then the dinner would be cooked. So that was and it was also cheap for them because they used to go out and, they didn't have electricity and things like that to cook with. So, excuse me. This is a good start, isn't it? 9:15 and I'm yawning already. Oh, thanks. It's very pretty. It's like, see this camera? It does close-ups and it doesn't go fuzzy. Look at that. They're like Christmas baubles, really, you know, like wound over with lots and lots of colours, and they're sparkly. And I love these, they're like squares and that. I've had it quite a while. I got it off eBay, as usual. I think it's really pretty. It goes with the end of my skirt. You can't see it, but the end of my skirt has those colours in it. Yep, it's got purples and things in it, yeah. Oh, 97 degrees in Texas, Sylvia. 80's quite hot enough for me. You want to see the crochet? Well, that's what the shawl I've finished. And I finished off a grey cardigan. I don't think I've put a picture up of that yet. And what am I doing at the moment? I'm doing two things actually at the minute. I made my, oh, it looks jade. It's not as a vivid emerald green. I made my my niece one of those lunar love good cardigans. You can't see it because the picture is so terribly tiny. As you can see, I've written all over it. And she picked it up today and she loved it. So I said, do you want emerald green? It is a bright emerald green, I can assure you. And that's what I'm making at the moment, yeah. Yeah. What am I missing now? Pamela McGuire. I'm so sorry. Obviously, I have missed something. I need to go back a bit. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Pamela. You lost your daughter. I'm sorry. Everybody's losing people, and poorly today. I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Thank goodness I'm not poorly, but I feel sorry for everybody else who has poorly people. Oh, 21. That's no age at all, is it? Absolutely. Hi, Christy. I always feel so sad when I hear people passing young. I mean, my neighbour was 48, which was young to me, obviously. When we lost her, I think it's 10 weeks ago now. But that was terribly sad. Yeah, I presume you watch YouTube, Pamela, because there's some absolutely brilliant tutorials, for crocheting. I'm sure we'll all agree. Oh, we keep losing me. Yeah, there's some fabulous people out there with... it would be hot in my house, Yvonne, but I've got the fan above my head. Oh, that must be awful to lose someone that way. Oh, it's just not on. Yeah, as we said, there's some fabulous blanket YouTube programs. Well, I learned to crochet long before YouTube because obviously I'm that old. Hi, Lena. But I have learned an awful lot from YouTube. Yeah, I hope he's in jail. I hope he's rotting there. Yeah, it is good to talk to like-minded people. I mean, Tony next door, the partner of the girl who died, he likes to talk about her, and so do I, because she was a big part of our lives for quite a long time. So, I'm a firm believer that you just talk about them. They don't just disappear, just because they're not with us physically. They're still in our hearts and in our minds, so, they are still alive to us. I mean, my next door neighbour is finding that people just don't want to talk about, his partner, and he's still very, very upset, obviously. I mean, we'd known she was not going to get better for quite a long time, but it's still an awful shock. Yeah, that's what I keep saying to Tony, that they're still with us. They're in our heads, they're in our minds. And I think it's wrong when some people just don't talk about them as if, they're past and they're gone. And, I do think it helps to talk about them. People deal with grief in different ways. I know that. Yeah, it does. I mean, keeping them. And crochet is very therapeutic. Yeah, exactly, Shirley. Yeah. When you lose someone, it's not the end of everything. It's kind of like part of a beginning of a different stage of your life. We all lose someone at some stage of our lives. Yeah, my mum and dad have been gone probably about 20 years now, but they're still on my mind. They don't go, you don't just forget them. Tuck them away in a corner and forget all about them. It's just not the way it is it, I mean, I didn't grieve properly when my parents died, and it came to me a lot later on. But as you say, everybody grieves in their own way. Yeah, yes, you're right, Candy Goth. Yeah. My grandma, one of my grandmas passed when I was quite young, so I kind of remember her. But, it was worse when my other grandma died, because she died when I was married, yeah. So she was with us quite some time. Well, I'm surprised it's got this colour's going green. Yeah, it is nice, that Candy Goth. It's a nice saying. Yeah, it's funny how you can sort of hear the laughter, or the things that you remember, the little things that you say. And well, I didn't grieve for a long time because I had the shop, and it was very, very hard for me because people were coming into the shop saying, "Oh, I'm sorry about your dad, sorry about this and that," and I had to sort of work through it. So it made me a bit harder than I should have been, really. So I didn't grieve like I should have done, because I think I would have just broken down and not been able to keep going with the shop and that. But I grieved a lot later on. I mean, I didn't know what it was at the time, But it was the GP who said, you know, you never grieved for your mum, you didn't grieve for your dad. So now you're grieving now. And I'm thinking, oh, yeah, he's right. It was. That's the way it was. I'm sure I've just done that wrong. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Lynn. Yeah, I'm sure I've just done that wrong. Let me have a look. I've only just done this. You think I would remember, wouldn't you? But I don't. Yeah. It's all right, I'm just making a mistake. See, we're all doing it, aren't we? I've got to go back now. Luckily, I'm only on row 2, so it's not too bad. Thank you, Lynn. I've got some more yarn to do some more. I did show it on my video, but oh, we've got lots of stories about my family. My father was an absolutely fabulous storyteller. I think he used to stick a bit of embroidery on it as well. I actually did my my DNA profile. I know they're not 100% accurate, but I did it. And oh wow, congratulations, Gilmore girl. But he was a fabulous storyteller, but I think he stuck a bit on as he was going along. And so the stories that get passed down, I wouldn't like to say they were 100% accurate. So I did my DNA profile just to see whether any of the rumours that passed down the family were right. And of course they weren't. I was told that the family was from Normandy and they came over to be fustian weavers. And I have absolutely no trace of French in my DNA. I'm Scottish, Welsh and Irish. And then that's the main part. The next one is English. And then the bit that I don't understand is the Sweden, Norway and Finland. And the one that is the rarity is at the bottom is Turkish, Afghanistan, Iran and Iraq. So I don't know where that bit came from. I can understand the Swedish bit and the Finnish bit. That might have been the Vikings that came over to England aeons ago. So that might be where that came from. But where the Afghanistan comes from, I have no idea. Yeah, I always thought I was English through and through, and apparently I'm not. I'm more Scottish, Welsh and Irish than I am English. So I am a mutt. Yeah. I don't think that, I think they're for, I mean, it does say on them that they're for entertainment only, that they're not completely accurate. I think you would have to spend an awful lot more money, like, to get a completely accurate one. Oh dear, Pamela, I hope you get your disability money. It took me a long time to get mine. I had to really struggle. I got refused twice. I had to go to appeals twice before I got anything. Hi, Christina. Distant Armenian. You're as bad as me with Turkish, aren't you? Yeah, I could be part Turkish, you don't know. But it's a bit of a very, very small. Yeah, I would, Lena, because, you know, I used to work not in that department, but I used to work underneath the umbrella of like the DHSS. And, you know, it's quite common for the first application to get turned down here. Yeah, I did part of my family tree. I've gone back as far as my great grandma, I think, on both sides, or great. But there was nothing really of any surprise. Yeah, I would definitely, you know, protest your case. I mean, I had all the surgeon specialist letters and everything telling me, you know, see the back scratcher. I've always got an itchy back. Yeah, yeah. It's you know, I had all these letters saying how I was this, that, and the other, and it wouldn't kind of get any better than that. And it's, you have to really fight, though, really fight. Oh yeah, this one. Woo! Now I've thrown it on the floor now. I have to watch this one. It's actually a little bit vicious. It's got hands on it, but it's a little bit vicious. And on the other side, it's got, I had to wire them on again because they came off. It's supposed to roll up and down your back and give you, you know, like a massage. But unfortunately, they all fell off. They were through with wires and that, but I had to put different wires on. Yeah, I've got the other one. I've got is he? That's bad. Isn't it? You got the same type as well. Hi, Jeannie. Yeah, I never thought. I bought a sponge. Oh, my chat keeps going on. I bought a sponge one that, you know, you're supposed to put your lotion on it, but it didn't really work. Yeah. You made Zen Gardens. Make the sand breaks. Oh, I know. I always have to scratch down. Do you know, yesterday I was talking to my friends and the camera kept going off. And now I keep losing the side where you're talking to me. The pattern, I think it's from YouTube somewhere. It's what I've made for years. You kept losing your chat, didn't you? Yeah, Kelly. First of all, I'm losing my camera, then I'm losing my chat. Yeah, I think I found it on, you know, on YouTube. It's supposed to be, it's cakes. I can show you different colours of cakes where I got, because they're at the side of me here. I wanted more of, do you remember that lovely colour I got that I made my shawl from? It was yellow and purple. But unfortunately, Lolly didn't have any more of that. So I had to, oh, yeah, maybe $8.75 for 3, I think. But don't quote me on that. I mean, that's actually a dark purple, although it does look royal blue on here. It's the dark purple, not royal blue. Yeah, lovely lollies. Where would we be without her? Do I get any yarn donated? No, I don't. I have to buy all my own. And I have to buy all my own books. I'm not moaning though, honestly. I'm probably too honest anyway. That's another colour I bought. Once again, that's purple, not royal blue. Oh, you can see purple there, can't you? And it's got the brownie mingled. That's another one of lollies. I've got 3. I don't know what they're called because they don't have any names on the labels. There's 190 grams in them. And the last one I got, I only got 2 of because they're finer. And there's a lot more on them by the look of them. Oh, I've lost my chat again. So this one, just really purple again. That looks blue, it's purple. Orange. There's 2 shades of orange there. You can't really see them, can you? There's 2 shades of orange there. And 2 shades of orange on the edge. Oh, your ankle's still sore. Yep, so that's what I got from Lollies. And I've been buying the cotton from Ice Yarn. It's a cotton and bamboo, I think. Oh no, it's organic baby cotton. Sorry, there's no bamboo in it. It's the ice. And that's a very, very delicate blue. I think I told you we're having a new baby in the family. It's a little boy. And so I've been ordering blues. Oh, hi, Catherine. But I did order a darker blue to make a bigger size. Don't really can see it, so it's like a denim blue. Like a denim. It's darker than it's appearing on screen. It's a dark blue. Again, that's the, what do you call it? Organic cotton. And of course I had to get white, as you do for a baby, white. And that's another blue, a different blue. It's a little bit stronger. A little bit stronger blue. I'm just going to make second size Lollies cotton. I've just made what do you call it? Oh gosh, what do you call it? Sleeveless cardigan out of it. It's quite thick, the Lollies cotton. Very sturdy. It would be too thick, I think, for a baby. When it first arrived, I thought it was quite hard, but when it's made up quite nice, actually. And then the last one I got is different. It's a cream, although it looks white. It's not. It's actually a creamy colour. And this one's a cotton, but it's not a baby cotton. I think it's just a cotton. So that's what I've got. It's got wool in it. It's red and white. So it's all different shades of reds and, oh, it's glaring. Reds and whites. These look white, but they've got red in the middle. So this is, I like the chain. It's a bit thicker to work with, but it's nice. It's got a nice twist to it. So that's what I got in the red. And I got a turquoise one. Sorry about the rustling. I got one that's all shades of turquoises. Oh, it looks blue on here, doesn't it? It's a turquoise. It's got charcoal grey with it as well, but it's a turquoise. And the lighter one is, they're all the same colour, it's just that the way the balls are wound. That's almost the same colour as in the shawl, but it doesn't look it. Yeah, I've done things like that. I've done that with the machine combs I've got in the garage. Yeah, the thinner cotton in ice would be nice for a drapey shawl because the Lollies is thicker, you know. Oh, what other colour did I get? Oh, I got the one that's pale. It actually looks a bit grey, but it says it's pale blue. But when I'm looking at it in front of me, it's looking pale blue on there. when I'm looking at it in front of me, it looks like grey shades. Oh, I know. It's very frustrating when you can't do anything. If you remember, was it last year or the year before, when my shoulders were bad and I couldn't do any knitting and crocheting? It was terrible. I was getting my hair off with it all. I was getting so cross. So I know what it's like to be without a limb, if you know what I mean. Yeah, my shoulder just would not heal. And I still have to be careful when I'm knitting. I do crochet mostly, as you all know, but I do occasionally knit, especially for the babies, because I think knitting is a lot finer and less chunky. Oh, what stinks? Oh, it stinks because you can't use cotton. I can be allergic to wool. Matte grey and bright yellow. I'm sure you would kind of find it somewhere. I'm quite excited because Wool Warehouse has got Red Heart, in those lovely bright shades. Stripes, did they call it? So I got quite excited when I found out they had it. But I think I've actually got enough. Oh, your legs are too bad, are they, Paola? Sorry to hear that. It's bad when you want to do things and you can't do them. I nearly went spare because I'm not a reader as such. Although I started reading these books by what's she called? Betty Heckman or Heckman. It's a whole series of books about crocheting and murder. You wouldn't think the two things would go together, would you? But apparently they do. And there's a whole series of them. I've got about 8 now to read. There's loads of them. My niece was quite having a hysterical moment reading the titles. That one's called Not Guilty. And that one's called Seems Like Murder. And they've all got a pattern in the back that appertains to. Oh, these ones don't. The other one, the newer ones, have got a pattern in the back. And they're always talking about biscuits or cakes or something. And they've usually got, they have here, Bob's cookie bars or something. Cookie bars, got a recipe there. They haven't got they've got Bob's Oatmeal Power Squares, and they do actually have a pattern which is called Adele's Stash Busting Wrap. They've nearly all got yeah. I know. They do that when I'm at the hospital or anything, waiting for my to be shouted in for an appointment, and they go, "Oh, my grandma used to knit like that." Oh, she didn't, because we're crocheting. But you have to be so polite and refrain from throttling them. Yeah, she's called Heckman or something. She's got about 10 books or something. She's called Betty Heckman. They're a little bit Mills and Booney, but they're all to do with people who meet in a crochet circle. And, they're always a bit of a sleuth or whatever. Oh, you're going now, Connie. Good night. I've lost me chat again. liked them. I mean, they're not what I call meaty books. They're books you can pick up and put down. You don't have to get really into them. Like some books are a bit heavy, aren't they? These are lovely lightweight books that you can just sort of read on the beach or, when you're just sitting somewhere. I just got really into them. I think I've got the whole set now. Well, I will have when one comes tomorrow. And I'll have the whole set. But I think now I'm going to have to buy a new mouse because my mouse is packing up. And it's a roller mouse and it's as old as the hills. And everybody laughs when they see it. Because the roller ball comes out completely. And you don't move the mouse about. You move the roller ball. And then you click on the sides when you want to. And I love it, my roller mouse. It's starting to stick when I'm trying to click. And I don't feel like taking it apart to clean it. I do try and clean it. Yeah, I found them very lightweight reading books. They're not intense books. They're just books you can pick up. Yeah, it is an old mouse. It's about 20-year-old, I think, my mouse. And I absolutely love it, and they don't make them anymore. And so I don't know what I'm going to do when it fails. I've got the mouse that came with the computer, but I really don't. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? I absolutely love it. It saves me a lot of, aching on my wrist. Have you seen those new mice that are like a pen? You just move them along and you can use them anywhere. You can write on the wall with them and it still connects to the wireless. You can write on your knee, whatever you want to do with these mice. Mices, whatever you want to call them. I bet they're expensive. Anything like that is expensive. Yeah, it was an advert actually on Facebook. Facebook stick adverts on everywhere. It was an advert on there I saw. I thought, oh, that's a bit different. You can imagine with your kids, Kelly, you'd be looking. You'd be looking for your pen everywhere. They'll have thought it was a pen to write with and took it off somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't a finger. It's like you're moving a pen. It's about the size of a fat sort of fountain pen. You can use it anywhere. You don't have to have a mouse mat or anything. You just run it around everywhere. Yeah, you would have to buy about 5 before. Or keep it permanently attached to your clothes with a. Make sure everything you buy has a pocket. I'm always losing pens and everything off the desk. So I probably would lose mine as well. I have those special pens for when you're typing messages on your phone. And I keep losing that. I've got about 10. They're all over the house because I keep losing them. I've got one that's permanently attached to my phone, which is a good job. Yeah, that's why I can't have an ordinary mouse. When I have an ordinary mouse, that's what caused my, what's it called? Oh, I can't remember. Carpal tunnel, that's what I'm thinking of. It was an ordinary mouse at work that caused that. So I oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've got some now that I've got like a little plug attached to them and you stick them in the top of your phone. I think you probably put them in your earphone socket jack thing. So I don't lose them because they're actually attached to my phone. So they're the only ones I don't lose. Right, that took a while to get that done. Don't know why it did. Probably because I started it off wrong, like the twit that I am. Did I have a good dinner? What did I have? Now you're asking me. Can't remember what I had. Oh, I know. I had a quiche, which was broccoli and something else. Only a little mini quiche. And I had some oven chips, which I shouldn't have had, but there wasn't anything else I fancied. I was going to get some new potatoes, but I forgot to get them. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad it's good news about your dad anyway. I know he's still in ICU, but it's the best place for him at this moment in time. I love Chinese food. I've already had some this week, though. Right, I've done row 2. I think maybe I should have been on a bigger hook, but I'm not, so I'll carry on. It was so stupid of me. I made the other one for her and it fits her great, but I didn't write down what I did. Do any of you do that? Make something that's an absolutely fabulous fit, but you didn't write down what you did, so when you come to try them, because I've given it to her, obviously, so I can't even look at it now. I've got a photo of it, but I'm on a ration with my chocolate milk this week. I went to a different supermarket and it was 30 pence a bottle more than at my usual supermarket, so I just bought 2. I would normally buy 4. 2 for Saturday while I'm talking to you, and 2 for the rest. You know, he's talking about food now. I like watermelon, but of course it's way too big for me when I'm on my own. I don't want watermelon for breakfast, dinner and tea, you know. And I know you can wrap it in cling film and put it in the fridge, but it doesn't keep that long. It only keeps a day or so. And I'm always wary about the cut things now, ever since they said some of them had salmonella. Well, it's only somebody cutting it up with a dirty knife or something. That's what usually happens. Oh, hi, Linda. How are you? You know, I can't think that the watermelon's contaminated. Although I suppose, I don't know, it depends what they water it with, doesn't it? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're good. I'm glad to know that. I'm recovering from my bruise. I can only show you the one under my arm, though. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about it now since we've had that salmonella thing. Although it's probably, like you say, just maybe one supplier. It's so easy to get salmonella into food these days. We're just not used to it. Oh, you fella. Well, don't tell anybody, but I've got 2 bruises on my bottom, and that one on my arm has now faded. If you can see where it went, it was a massive big purple bruise, but it's faded now. Yeah, so don't worry, people, I'm not showing you my bottom. I kept thinking I'm still a bit sore. Anyway, I looked with the mirror and I thought, oh, yes, I'd had purple bruises at the tops of my legs just underneath my bottom, where I must have landed when I sat down on the floor. It was a hard floor too, because it used to be well, it still is a sheep and cattle market, so it wasn't a soft landing. You've got a bruised bum as well. Mine's not actually on my bottom, it's just underneath, where the curvy bit goes. Is that too much, too much information? Falling downstairs is fun. I fall upstairs, generally as a rule. I don't know why. I'm very, very clumsy when I'm walking, as you all know. And when I'm walking upstairs somehow or another, I always fall up. And, I hit my chin a few times on steps and put my teeth through, Oh, yes, I'm so easy. I'm like that coming downstairs. I have to throw, laundry and everything. I have to throw it all downstairs because I can't carry it. Otherwise, me and the laundry would be down the stairs. Yeah, I fall up the stairs, especially if I've got one of my long gypsy skirts on. I walk up the skirt when I'm walking up, and so it's always awkward. You've got big feet, have you, Christina? I've only got little ones, so I think it's because they're so small, and me being so big, I think I overbalance. My feet are actually bigger now than they were. They used to have such tiny feet when I was growing up. Yeah, gravity gets me. I mean, do you ever go past a door that has a handle that sticks out and you're going through the door, but you actually bang into the door handle? I do that all the time. Hi, Jean. Yeah, I always catch this bit on the handle. I always have bruises there. I don't at the minute. That's psoriasis, by the way. It's not a bruise. I don't have one. I bruise really easily. I got a beautiful shade of purple. I've only got to knock myself. I mean, my son was messing about with me one time, and he just put his hands on my arms from behind and said, "Come on, move out the way." That's all he did. He didn't attack me. He just said, "Come on, move out the way," because I was cooking. And in his opinion, I was doing something wrong. So he was moving me out the way so that he could, make it right. And the following morning, I said, "Look what you did." And he went, "Look what I did, what?" And I had finger marks on both arms. And he went, "You're such a wimp." He said, "I didn't touch you." Well, he didn't, because he didn't press hard or anything. But, are you going to have eye surgery? I've got a very, very slow growing cataract. but they won't do anything about it until it gets bad. So, but if it gets to that stage, I will have it taken off because I need my eyes to crochet with. But as for my diabetes, then I had my big checkup, where they look behind your eyes and everything to make sure everything's okay. And that was fine, yeah. My mum had both eyes done, but not at the same time. Why have I got little hands, actually? They might look big on camera. Yeah, I always seem to be a bit on the anemic side. I do take some iron tablets, some slow-release iron tablets. I mean, they're not what the doctor's prescribed. It's self-diagnosis, if you know what I mean. But I thought, well, I'll try getting some iron in my body. I used to be dreadfully anemic when I was a teenager. It's all to do with time of the month and stuff like that when you're a teenager. So I don't know why. I mean, obviously I'm 72 now, so I'm not at that time of the month anymore. But I always feel as though I'm a bit anemic. You having your left one? Yeah, my sister-in-law's had hers done as well. She did quite well. She was really... My mum, one of her eyes was brilliant and the other one wasn't as good, but we're talking like sort of 20 years ago. I mean, things are a lot more improved now. Yeah, I keep wondering about that, whether I need B12s or what, but my doctor just assumes everything's to do with my arthritis or my diabetes. If it's not due to that one thing, it's due to the other. And of course, it's all due to my weight. Do you know, if I lost weight, all of my symptoms would disappear? Despite the fact I had all these symptoms when I was thinner. But no, they just blame it all on my weight. So, yeah, I've still got stairs in the house that I'm in. I can't afford to move, so I should be staying here. Fell outside on the front steps. Oh, oh, you. Yeah. Autocorrect, yeah. You know that autocorrect causes more rows, doesn't it? Than anything else. I had to turn mine off on the phone because I don't know whether you knew or not. My son bought me a lovely phone at Christmas time, and I couldn't get it. Was just kind of went all wonky, and my son kept blaming me. And anyway, he messed with it, and then he just said, "I don't think I bought a very good phone here." So he went upstairs and he gave me his old phone. But I don't know what he's done at it because I've had to take the predictive text off because it didn't even give you anything that was remotely like what you were trying to say. It was like a completely different thing. Yeah, I often wonder that. By the ruling that I'm overweight and therefore that's to do every medical condition I've got is because I'm overweight. So by that argument, all slim people must be wonderfully healthy, which I don't think they are. I mean, they're not. They're ill, maybe, because they're not carrying all the weight on the... That doesn't look right, does it? You know, they're not carrying all the weight on their skeleton like I am. But, oh, again, it's gone off again. Yeah. I get a very, very sharp pain in my left calf. And it just feels like somebody's driving a nail into it or a screw. And he just said, every time I go to the doctors, I mention it, it's a different doctor each time. He said, oh, it's a lymphoma or something. And it's very deep set. Because you're diabetic and your blood supply's not that good in your legs, you'd have more trouble with it if you had it took out. And I'm like, yeah, but it wakes me up like every night, sometimes a couple of times. You know, you fast asleep and it's like, something's just stabbed me. That's what it feels like. Yeah, believe it or not, I was once underweight. I was once anorexic, which people have hysterics about when I tell them. Oh, so tired that day, Jean. Absolutely tired out. I hadn't had any sleep due to my lovely leg, which the doctor tells me that he can't do anything about. And I'm saying, well, can't you give me some numbing cream or anything? But he said, no, nothing can be done. I bet if it was him, he'd do something. Because once you've been woken up like that with massive stabbing pains in your leg, of course, once you wake up, you have to go to the bathroom, don't you? You know, you just have to. So then I'm trying to walk it off by walking up and down the landing, like trying to walk the pain away, and it doesn't go. And so I try going back to bed again, and I can't sleep. And eventually I must get to sleep again. But then, you know, you feel as though you're tired out because you've not had a good quality of sleep. But I've had a couple of nights last week, I think, where I slept the clock right round. Not heard anything, not heard the bin men, not heard anybody. I normally hear the guy across the road going to work because he's a noisy sod. But oh, hi, Jeanette. I'm sorry, that just slipped past me for a minute there. So who's got plans for tomorrow? I Anita. Who's doing anything nice tomorrow? It's not the 4th of July, it's only the 1st, isn't it, tomorrow? Or is it the 31st? I don't know. No, it's the 1st tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some housework because I didn't really do a lot today. It's so hot. I know I shouldn't moan. Shouldn't moan at all. We moan when it's cold and rainy, and we moan when it's hot. You're at a 3-year-old's birthday party. Oh, that's a great joy for you. 3-year-olds are all very nice if they're nice and well behaved. When they start getting into arguments and start throwing cake around, it gets a bit bad, doesn't it? Cleaning the laundry. I've done the laundry today. I changed the bed, but I haven't put the bedding back on it again. So I've got a feeling I'll be sleeping in the lounger, the recliner tonight. No, I don't want to take your place. You're quite happy to be there with the 3-year-olds. Yeah, I might have a lie-in tomorrow because I don't think nobody's coming. So I might just turn over when the alarm goes and have another sleep in. Although I do have quite a bit of cleaning to do. Sorting laundry. It's all right washing things, isn't it? Folding them up and putting them in the basket. But then there's nobody else that takes it out of the basket and puts it into the cupboard for you. That's my job. Oh, I'm glad you're getting a civil party. Mind you, mine was a boy, so you never got civil parties when you get boys. If they're not fighting and knocking chunks out of each other. It's a miracle. I stopped having parties at my house when one of my son's sweet little guests threw a cream cake all down my velvet curtains, and they cost me nearly £100 to have them dry cleaned. So after that, no more parties. I used to just take a few kids to the cinema or something. My son was an anomaly. He would be a little so-and-so in the house. But when he went anywhere, people were always, "Oh, isn't your son so pleasant? He's got such lovely manners. And he always says his pleases and his thank yous." And I'm thinking, are they talking about my child? Are you sure you're not mixing him up with somebody else? But it could be worse. At least he had manners when he had to have them when he was outdoors. So I suppose I did bring him up sort of the right way. But when you hear somebody talking about your child in glowing terms, you're thinking, that can't be my child. They're mixing him up with someone else. Well, I'm getting on a little bit with it. Got that far. Yeah, I think it's okay as long as they're not naughty in public. That's very embarrassing when you have kids in public that don't behave, don't respond to your commands. That's really frustrating. And everybody goes, so modern mother, tut tut, yeah. You know, you feel like saying to him, you try to do something with it. Oh, you're back, are you, Mimi? You ate that quick. What am I making? I'm making a top-down cardigan for my niece. I don't know whether you can see the picture or not. It comes from, it's supposed to be Luna Lovegood. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. Yeah, my son used to be all pleases and thank yous to the waiter, cutting up his food really nicely. Not one of these that runs about everywhere. He used to sit in his seat, ever such. And they all go, "Oh, isn't he such a good child?" Yeah. Well, it's actually emerald green, Jean, but it's looking like a jade green on here. But it's a very bright emerald green. Yeah, this is my second one. I made her one in like a fuchsia pink. She loved it, yeah. Yeah, manners. I'm not being picky here, but some of the kids today, they just don't have any manners. Yeah, there must be some top-down ones. Doesn't Bob Wilson have a top-down cardigan? Because she goes up to quite larger sizes. Yeah, my son was absolutely perfect when he was out and about. Just when he was at home, sometimes he was a little demon. But my mother used to say, you can't have it always. At least he has manners when he's outside. So even though he doesn't use them indoors, at least you've taught him to use them. Yeah. Anybody else know of any top-down cardigans for Tracy? If you know of any, can you give her a link? I can't do it because I'm on here, so I can't just stop and search. I'm sure there must be some on YouTube. I know I've seen them, but I can't remember who's done them. Yeah, if you put it in YouTube and put it in the search box at the top, like top-down cardigan, I'm sure you'll get... oh, I've not made any lovies. I can't do faces. Anything with a face on is a waste of time for me. Even though it's only got eyes and a nose, it's still too much for me. I can make cardigans, shawls, anything you care to mention, but amigurumi, nope, I'll leave them to Kim. Oh, you're perfect. Yeah, it's the ones like... you can only find small sizes. I'm sure there must be some larger sizes. Because I'm not small myself, so I must have found something. But I'm always adapting things that look like... yeah, I just can't do amigurumi to save me soul. I get so impatient. Get impatient sewing little tiddly bits together. They take me longer than they do to knit a crochet a sweater. And as for sewing eyes and noses and oh, forget it. Mine always look cross-eyed and scary. Yeah, because to do amigurumis, you've really got to crochet them tightly. Yeah. Oh, have you seen the flowers that Rosita, Rose from the Philippines? She's put them on her Facebook page. She's crocheted some beautiful flowers. Oh, that's good, Kelly. I thought Claire would have done something, yeah. I'm getting on a bit now with this. You usually find that YouTube will come to the rescue no matter what you're looking for. Might take you a little while to actually find it, but sometimes you have to change the wording. Oh, Bob Wilson, she's got some fabulous tutorials. Honestly, she has. Yeah, I used to crochet very, very loosely at one time, but yeah. Tell you there's some nice patterns as well. Oana, she called. Can't remember how you spell it. I think it's Oana, Oana. I know Kelly watches her as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Oana does some good tutorials, doesn't she? How do you spell her name, Kelly? Is it Oana? Yeah, I think that's what it would be, because you've got to do them tight. Otherwise, all the stuffing falls out of them, won't it? You've got to be so careful. You don't want the baby to choke on it and the stuffing falls out. Yeah, you see a small hook and like a double knitting, it really hurts my arthritis in my hands. Yeah, so that's why I can't do it really. Well, can't is the wrong word. Don't like doing them. It's more the word I'm using. It's not that I can't do them. Technically, yes, I could do them, but it gets me down when I have to sew teeny weeny ears on. So about 2 stitches. Oh, I know. I'm crocheting a lot tighter than I used to. I don't know whether it says I've got older, my tension's changed. I mean, you could drive a bus through the stitches in my crocheting before. Yeah, Pink Butterfly, she does, doesn't she? She does quite a lot. Casualistic does a lot as well. Kim, of course, Blue Cherub. And I tell you who else does some, Sonia Jones. But she tends to do the bigger amigurumis, not the little tiny ones. Yeah, if you don't get the stitching right, and the ears don't lie the right way, do they, or anything? I tell you who else makes some marvellous amigurumis, and she does them all without a pattern, and that's Rosita from the Philippines. I think she comes under the name of CD Aki, Cedieaqui, I think. She makes some fabulous ones, and she just looks at things, and the kids are nephews and nieces tell her, what kind of animal they want, and they just show her the picture. She crochets them from the picture. She doesn't work from any patterns. She's such a fabulous designer. She's a copyist, really, not a designer. That's a bit like what I am. I don't design anything. I could never really say, oh yes, I'm a pattern designer, because I'm not. Yeah, Sidiaki, yeah, Rose. She's been making some lovely beaded purses and um, key rings and things like that in beading. She's got such patience. You have to thread like the invisible thread stuff like both ways through a bead, and oh, she's made some lovely things. I've been watching Rose for quite a long time. Oh yeah, the dream catchers are lovely. Tell you who else makes some lovely dream catchers. She's got talented like they are. I do my own designs and I'm rubbish at it. This is going to be fun. This is going to be small. I'm sure I should have been on a big hook. I don't even know if it can go around my niece's neck. Not that she fastens up, because she doesn't. Oops. Oh yeah, well, it will go round her neck. She just wants them edge to edge. I put the buttons on mine, but oh, not hooked up on my hair. But she just likes to wear them edge to edge. Oh, isn't it past your bedtime? The trolls are out. Ah, yeah. The trolls are around. It's about almost 10:30. They must be in from playing out now. They're in, going on the PCs just to annoy us. Oh, hi, Esther. I'm doing all right. How are you? Yeah, I'll get them, Nancy. I'll zap them. I am as well as ever. Not 100% tickety-boo, but, can't have everything, can we? You have to put it with what you've got, don't you? I'm so glad. Yeah, I did like Woolfest. I mean, I didn't buy much because it was pure wool, most of it. But it was so inspiring. I just loved the patterns and everything around. I wish I'd have taken more photographs on it than I did. You just feel a bit embarrassed, like sticking your camera, on somebody's stall when there's nobody around or something. And then when there is people around, you can't take a photograph because people are in the way. Yeah. And I just didn't feel right making videos out there. My update is somewhere around. I think it's on my Facebook page, my Urban Gypsy Crochet page. I did do a video, but not actually at Woolfest. Yeah, Sue and I had a great time. Well, I've not been for years to Woolfest. Many, many years. And it had changed completely from when I went last time. It was a bit more like upmarket. When I went ages ago, it was really a cattle market. No frills, no anything, But this time it looked a bit more organised. They kept telling me it hadn't changed, but it's definitely changed from when I was there years back. But there were some absolutely lovely shawls and things, mostly knitted. The crocheting was very much a back seat. But there were some shawls there that were knitted, and they were so beautifully fine, all lacy, handmade and everything. And some of them were so fine that you could see right through them. They were beautiful. Oh, the fall. Oh, gosh, yes. Now, I'm recovering. Look, my bruise has gone pale colour now. And the ones on my bum, I'm not showing you. I fall over an eyelash, so it's no wonder I fell. You're going to fall, you might as well do it spectacularly. I'm fine, yeah. I was a bit shook up at the time. My arm hurt like Billy O when I did it, but hey ho, these things happen, don't they? Yeah, I've been using arnica on it, and it's taken all the sort of bruising out of it. Yeah. It wouldn't be me if I didn't do something, I have to do something spectacular, to make sure everybody knows I'm there. Oh, I'm used to falling, Christina. I'm a complete and utter klutz. I have no sense of balance whatsoever. Yeah, I bruise. People just touch my arm and I'll bruise, yeah. It's just the way I am, yeah. If I fall on my face, it's the... He wasn't a young man. He was probably in his 50s. But he was very nice, absolutely very nice. I did get a kiss, but it was on the cheek, and he wished me a safe journey home. He was the first aid man, I should explain. Because I asked him if he had any arnica, and he said he didn't. And he's saying, "Oh, that's a nasty bruise," and we're having a discussion. And he's saying, "I said, I think I might need to lie down on your stretcher." So I guess I was kind of flirting with him a bit. But he was a very nice man. We're not talking a nice man as in dead handsome. I'm talking a nice man as in personality-wise. Yeah? But he wasn't that bad looking. Yeah, no, it was a shame. I went backwards, Catherine, so I didn't get much choice. I always fall backwards. Very rarely I fall forwards. I know I was dressed up the following day to do my video, and my neighbour next door said, "You sure you didn't bring him home?" That is one reason why I got rid of my bathtub. I could not get out of it one day, and I was getting a bit scared. I let all the water out, and I was wrapped in a towel, and I was just thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because I was in on my own, and of course nobody had a key except my son, and he was way away. And I thought, oh dear, what am I going to do here? Anyway, eventually I managed to turn around onto my knees because my knees weren't bad then. And so I managed to get out, yeah. I miss the bath, I really do, but I'm so scared of getting stuck or falling. Because as I said before, I can fall over an eyelash. So now I've got I haven't got a wet room, but I've got a walk-in shower. And it's got handles everywhere, so if I feel myself slipping and sliding, and I've got wooden slatted bath mats because I just kept falling on the other kind because they would move and stuff. Oh dear. Yeah, I toyed with the idea of getting one of those baths, that you walk into, but then I decided against it. I decided to just have a walk-in shower instead. Because if push comes to shove, I can get, a shower chair to sit on while I'm in there. Yeah, my shower, like I say, it's got wooden slatted mats. They're supposed to be the kind of bath mats that you put outside of the shower, but mine are inside the shower so that I don't fall. I got the grippy ones, the ones with the little like suckers on, like an octopus. But they were just rotten. I kept washing them in the machine, but they just grew mold and all sorts. Oh, it was awful. So I just threw them out in the end because they looked disgusting. And I was so careful about washing them and putting them in the machine and everything. But there were see-through ones, and of course the mouldy bits went round the suckers. Oh, yeah. I've got rails everywhere. But those sticky-on ones, they're just rubbish. Do you know, in the old days, they never used to do that. They never used to go mouldy. Don't know what they're making them out of now. I used to have like a rubbery one when my son was small, so that he wouldn't fall when he was in the bath. And that never went mouldy. Getting hot now. That must be hot stuff. It's my new camera that's picking up all my flush. It's nice and clear though, isn't it? They do. They're always cheap and nasty, aren't they? Everything these days. They talk about the old days, they were like rubber and they didn't look very nice, do they? But but they were much better, and the suction used to stay into the bottom of the bath. It didn't slide about like they do now. It's like those things you put in the shower, you know, they've got suctions, and you put them on the wall to put your shampoo in and that. They stay on the wall about 2 minutes. So you clean all the suction off, you clean the wall, and you stick them back on. And then you put about 2 bottles of shampoo in it, and then you hear this clatter one night when you're in bed, and they've all fallen down again. Yeah, we used to have when my son was little, we had a very, very big cast bath, you know, cast iron bath. And it had a real slope like that at one side of it. And he used to slide down, but the only trouble was he used to get like a tidal wave. And it used to splatter everywhere. And it used to start coming through the wall downstairs. Oh, he was a pain in the neck. But he used to love his baths. Never had any problem getting him in a bath. Getting him out was a different matter. Oh, wow. Yeah, because nobody used to be able to afford a shower in those days. That was really, really upmarket having a shower. I used to wash my hair with one of those rubber things in the kitchen sink. How hygienic. I had long hair. Of course, it used to clog up all the hole, you know, the water goes out. Oh, I used to do that with my son. I used to let the water out of the bath to try and see if I could get him out. But do you remember rubber hot water bottles? I used to love the smell of them. My mother used to say, "Stop doing that. I put my nose like in this hot water." I used to love the smell of rubber. I don't know why. Hot water bottles today supposed to be smell of rubber, but they don't really. I like my bean bags for my back. You know, the ones that are full of some kind of beans, and you put them in the microwave for a couple of minutes. And what I like about the beans is when they go cold, they don't go icy cold like a hot water bottle does. They stay at your body temperature. So, you know, if you actually get your leg on them or something like that, you don't jump out your skin. I mean, hot water bottles used to be kicking them off the end of the bed, didn't you? Because they used to go cold and you'd suddenly put your feet on them and it's like, wah! I mean, a long time ago, I used to have electric blanket, but oh, I love the ones with the beads in, yeah. But you have to change them every so often because the beans go all dry and horrible. Yeah, yeah. I've got cold packs I'm supposed to wrap around my knees, but I don't. I don't have a big electric blanket. Yeah, I've heard of that, Kelly, making them yourself with rice and stuff. You just don't have to crochet, otherwise the rice will fall out. No, my electric blanket went years ago, so I've got my mum's heat pad, which is about, oh, I don't know, maybe the size of a cat litter box, if you know what I mean. And it's got a furry kind of sheepskin covering on it that you can take off to wash. And I love that for, you know, my back. And then my son bought me at Christmas, well, my son and daughter-in-law bought me like a collar thing that comes round and it fastens with a stud. The only thing is that the collar bit that comes up doesn't heat up. The shoulder bit stays hot. But I wish the warm would go into the collar. No, it's like a Chinese collar, you know, one of those, like a collarless shirt. But it's, mm, oh gosh, yeah, on the scooter. I've got I bought it myself. You know the kiddies when they have those little bags that they go in when they're in the trolleys and that. They're waterproof on the outside and they are like sheepskin, imitation sheepskin on the inside. I've got one of those for my scooter when it's really cold. You sort of go into it and zip yourself into it. Oh, poor copper. Oh. I like um, lavender as well. I've not tried peppermint. Yeah, let him pick a toy. Much happier for him. Yeah, they're great. They're like they're just like a baby's cozy for a. I got mine off eBay, and it's lovely. You start to step into it and zip up, so your feet and all your knees and everything. They come up to your waist, so they're really nice. I don't know what they're called though. I think they're actually meant for people in a wheelchair, to be quite honest, but they work just as well with a scooter. Yeah, it's like a cozy toast for adults, yeah. If you look under wheelchairs, you probably find them, you know, because that's probably what they were designed for. But they do, like I say, they do work on the scooter. And they keep my, and they keep the rain out, you know, and the wind, because they're made out of like that thicker material like they make cagoules out of. It's got a zip up the side as well, so you can get in it easily enough and zip it up. Oh, the love. I mean, I very rarely have used mine actually because it's never actually been that bad. Because I would have difficulty getting up the hills in the bad weather, so I wouldn't really be going out. I have used it though when it's been raining. It's great. I mean, you could actually bring it in the house and. Oh, goodbye, Christina. You know, if you were cold when you were in the house, you could bring it indoor. You don't just have to use it on your scooter. Mind you, I've got one of those big slipper things that my son bought me one Christmas for a joke. It's like a polar bear, and I love that. You put both your feet in it. It's like if you remember Billy Connolly doing the big slipper thing. It's like one of those, but it's so lovely and warm. That's made out of imitation sheepskin as well. Yeah, I can't do with being cold when I'm on my scooter. I mean, they gave me with this scooter um, like a cape thing. It's got sleeves in, but it stops short at the back and it's long at the front. But I think they're meant for a wheelchair and not for a scooter because my back would be terribly cold because they only come down to the waist. So, um, I'm not fond of working with black, although I do like black garments because they're so versatile and they also seem to be good sellers as well with black. But apart from that, no, there's no colours that I don't like to work with. It's just a question of having a good craft light. It's not been too bad now um, since I got a craft light. Or with being home all day, I can always just do the black during the daytime and then choose another project for the evening. Yeah, I really thought I could do, really, yeah. But it wouldn't fly. Yeah, it's They make me smile, these people who say, oh, you should be charging $10 an hour or something for your time. Yes. I mean, I've been on here nearly 2 hours, and I know I don't crochet that quick when I'm talking to people, but I've only done this bit. So, I mean, it's going to take me ever such a long time to get down to the armholes. Yeah, we would only have to do a couple of things a year, wouldn't we? It's like that Granny Square jacket I made. The original one was in, what's it called, Anthropology. And it was in creams and beiges, and it was 1,000 and something. I've got a little miner's, well, not miner's light, like a little crafter's light that I can strap on my head. I mean, my son and my daughter-in-law, they used to like what they called mood lighting. But when you're trying to crochet, mood lighting is not a good thing, really, is it? Because you're trying to crochet or anything. So I used to sit there with my headlamp on. And, I used to get comments like, are you taking the mickey or what? And I was like, no, I can't see. Yeah. Oh, hi, Evie. You made it. Everything keeps going ka-flash, ka-flash, ka-flash. I don't know why I'm flashing. Oh, the camera's doing it now. Stop it. You're a brand new camera, so stop flashing. Oh, can you see it doing that, or is it just me that can see it? Oh, stop doing it now. It wouldn't be me if I didn't have technology troubles. My video, I film it with my camera, my little camera. That's what I film it with. I mean, I suppose I could film it with this, but yeah, it could be. But it'd be all right if it was just me. But it's not like with this camera. I can go more full length and show things better. Especially where I'm sitting at the moment, I've been. I don't think I could do it very well. Yeah, knitting my sweater. I'm crocheting, or crocheting, whichever one you want. It's the Luna Lovegood cardigan again. This will be my fourth one. I've got one. I sent one to a lady in New Zealand who was absolutely over the moon with it. She thought it was wonderful. I do love it when people give me feedback, because most people don't leave me any feedback, and you never know whether they like it or they hate it or anything, But when they send me feedback saying, how it fits them, and it's good, it's nice to know. So, yeah, so this is my fourth one. I made my niece a bright sort of cerise colour. You may see it. I don't think I've put it on. I'll put it on my Facebook page. So I need to take a photo tomorrow. Yeah, it's not a very easy pattern to follow, this Luna Lovegood, but once you get the first one sorted out, you can sort of know where you're going, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I thought it was quite funny, like that it was so admired when I was up at Woolfest, because I'm in the middle of wool addicts, wool aficionados, whatever you want to call it, and I'm there with my very, very cheap acrylic cardigan on that everybody seemed to love. I thought it was quite amusing, actually. Yeah, I was working on it. I'm working on a cardigan, and it was back and front all together. And I finished that bit now. I'm actually on a sleeve, but that's really, really hot. And I've stopped really because I'm thinking I don't know whether I've got enough wool to finish it, which is a bit into, it's Peyton's Colour Full Twist, and it's ages old. I got it in a sale from Kemp's. Kemp's have got another sale on, by the way, if anybody's interested in having a look. Oh, I've dropped the crochet hook. Yeah, I'm doing the sleeve now. It's freehand, you know. Yeah, it's probably not going to get... I've got more left. I'm up to... Well, I've only got short arms, but I'm up to there. And of course, I've only got to go to there, haven't I? But I'm just... It may finish up with the 3/4 sleeve, because I've got to do the band for the buttons around it as well. But I've done the back, and well, the back and the fronts are all done in one. So it's... Oh, can't reach it. I cannot reach it. Oh, my little... the incense burner's run out of... Oh, that's great. Now I've got everything all over the floor. I've just thrown it over the floor. Yeah, I've done the back and the fronts. Well, everything's gone on the floor. The back and the fronts I've done, they're all in one. So it's going to be a biggish cardigan. So I'm just hoping that I've got enough to finish the sleeves. Oh, the shawl on the chair. That's very old. Well, they don't do the yarn anymore. But you did manage to find the pattern, didn't you, Donna, I think, in the end? That was some yarn that Z sent to me. She went on one of those cruises, the crochet cruises, with the crochet crowd with Mikey. And she got given the pattern and the yarn. But Z at the time didn't know how to follow a pattern. And Mikey got a little cross with her, and that didn't help. So she gave me the yarn when she came back from her cruise because she didn't want to see it again because it reminded her of Mikey. But yeah, he was a little bit, so I believe, a bit above himself, saying this cruise is not for teaching people how to crochet and how to read a pattern. You should know how to do it if you're coming on one of my cruises. Yeah, right, okay. Lots of people don't know how to crochet or don't know how to read a pattern and still would want to go on one of his cruises. I don't think he should have been saying things like that when people had paid hundreds of pounds to go on one of his cruises. I would have told him off if I'd have been there. I'm not overawed by his fame. I would have probably been in the other room teaching everybody how to crochet. But Mikey's got such a big following, of course, that you can't say anything because people would defend him to the end. But he was being a bit of a pain on that cruise, I believe. I hate it when people get a little bit famous and they get ideas above their station, let's say. The people who take you up can be the ones who pull you down. That's what my dad always used to say. Be nice to people on the way up because you never know when you might need them on the way down. And that's kind of true. Well, it is, most people are very, very nice. You know, we met Claire, Bob Wilson 123 when we were at Bullfest, and she is so lovely. She's such a lovely person. And I met the lady from Afternoon Treats, Catherine. She was very nice as well. It's so much better when they're all nice, isn't it? Right, this thing is going to drop on the wood. I don't want it to burn my wood. Let's put that underneath it. Oh, no, it won't do it. It won't shut, never mind. I do like the smell of incense. Oh. But it is so much nicer to be nice. I very rarely have occasion to say something, you know. But fortunately not much in the present. It's usually been in the past when people have been. To be honest with you, I just stopped going into the Ravelry groups because I got some very, very bitchy comments in there, and I thought I can do without this, you know, and oops. What does it say? It says crocheter or crocheter, whichever you want to say. It's C-R-O-C, whatever. No, you can see it or not if I hold it up. Or is it back to front? Could be back to front, couldn't it? Let's have a look. There you go. I'll turn it round back to front so you can see it following. I got it from Etsy quite a long time ago. Yeah. I don't know why some people on Ravelry have to be so rude, you know. Depends what group you're in, I suppose, yeah. I mean, I was in the Doris Chan hook thing, you know, there, and I did help a few people out when Doris wasn't around, you know, showing them what I was doing and things like that. Now, that was a nice group. That was very pleasant. But other groups, oh dear. They were so nasty, so critical. There was always like drama and rows going on, and I thought, oh, I can just do without all this. So I stopped putting things on Ravelry. I don't put anything now. Yeah, there's just people who are like that. Some of the groups that I went into were really yarn snobs, you know, and there's no need for it at all. I mean, I'm not a snob. If people want to use wool, that's fine by me. I don't use it, but that's just my personal preference. But I don't like it when people like sort of call you out and ridicule you because you're using acrylic or something like that. You know, it's just not on. Oh gosh, nothing's changed then, has it? Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Nasty, awful acrylic, they used to call it. And oh, I thought I can do without all this. You know, that to me was just pure snobbery. There's some wonderful acrylics out there. If they only want to use wool, then they're missing out on so many nice yarns. And that's all I will say. Yeah, one lady actually said to me that if I dressed a baby in acrylic, if it set on fire, the acrylic would stick to its skin and all that. And I'm thinking, if there was a fire, you would get your baby before. Wool would still burn, I don't care. You just get your baby out, wouldn't you? You wouldn't sit there and say, oh my goodness, my baby's in acrylic, it's going to be sticking to it. Yeah, seriously, that's what they're like. And I got told one time by somebody, oh, your crocheting is so lovely. It's a shame you use acrylic and spoil it. Ooh, sorry about that, madam. I mean, my using the wool is just personal because I can't wear it anyway. And for me to make it to sell on my Etsy shop, it's too expensive. You know, I don't think people would want to pay that kind of money. It would be twice the price I'm asking for a cardigan if I used it in wool. Yeah, I don't mind if somebody wants to knit with expensive wool. That's their prerogative. I'm not going to say, oh my goodness, what you wearing wool for? It's paid all that money for it. Yeah, but it's everybody has their own taste. I'm not going to say it's wrong or it's right, whatever. Yeah, I do. I like to look at what it is. If I like the look of it, I'll crochet with it. Yeah, it wouldn't do for us all to be alike, would it? I mean, I've seen some absolutely fantastic things in like hand-dyed yarn and everything. But for me personally, I wouldn't be able to wear it. And also I wouldn't sell it because it would be too much money. Oh, yeah, you get those, don't you? Oh, crocheting's like the second whatever, you know. Oh, you crochet, do you? You know. Like, yes, I do. Yes, what's wrong with it? I don't know why some people have to be like that. Yeah. So, I mean, Evie, everybody's got their reasons for not using a certain yarn, whether it's financial or it's because they've got allergies. So I don't see why. Yeah, I'm evil. I crochet with acrylic as well. We're part of the evil ones. You get a good quality acrylic, there's nothing wrong with it, especially for children when you have to throw them in the washing machine because they get so vile when they've been playing. You're going to stand in and hand wash grotty sweaters when your kid's been rolling in the mud? I don't think so. Elitist. I think it means somebody who likes pure things, doesn't it? You know, the elite. It implies, doesn't it, top drawer, top class. Exactly. Who wants to hand wash boys? I mean, when my baby was born, he's 49 now. It was, yeah, cut above, that's right. A lot of the baby yarns in those days were hand wash. So I had to hand wash his little cardigans and that. But, you know, to be honest, when you're tired out and you've had a baby that's been screaming all night, the last thing you want to do is to be standing by the kitchen sink, isn't it, washing all little bullies out by hand. Oh, the cruise debacle, yeah. I think he got a bit above himself. Yeah, yeah, I do knit. My main reason for not knitting has got nothing to do with whether I like crocheting better or not. It's actually physical with me. Um, Knitting too much makes my shoulders hurt like anything. I mean, I'm going to be knitting the babies' little cardigans because I do think for very small babies, knitting is nice for a little baby. Um, but that doesn't mean to say I say, oh, all knitting is right and all crocheting is wrong and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's just a load. It's just, I do both when I'm fit enough. So I don't say one is better than the other. The only thing I would say knitting is better for is for things like socks, because I do think that crochet socks are a little bit bumpy and they hurt the feet. Yeah. When my washers broke down, I used to put them in the bath and run the bath water and treadle them up and down with me clean feet, with my feet to wash them through, because I didn't want to be there at the wash basin, like, bringing them out and trying to rinse them all. I used to wash them in the bath. Yeah, everything has its purpose. Crochet is brilliant for certain things. Knitting is brilliant for other things. I wouldn't like to say one is better than the other because I don't think it is. It's different, different methods, different ways. I like the look of knitting when it's something to do with the colour work. We call it Fair Isle. Some people call it colour work. Now, I do think that looks nicer in knitting. When you've got a knitted cardigan with lovely colour work all across the yoke. Yeah, I got a twin tub. It was my mother's old one. She went up market and went for an automatic machine, so I got donated her old twin tub. Yeah, I used to do harem when I was younger, but yeah, I don't know Mikey personally, but I believe he's a lot more phony in real life, but I don't know that because I don't know him. Never met him. He used to do some really good videos for, learn to. Oh, hi there, Smurfy. Are you still on your holiday? Nikki, you still on your holidays? Last time I saw her, she was sunbathing. Oh, you got back today? You had some nice weather, didn't you? Yeah, I don't watch. I must admit, I'm not unsubbed to the Crochet Crowd, but I don't really watch him as much these days. He used to be very good with his tutorials. You're going to work with your shovel in the garden. You're not burying anybody while you're out there, are you, nerdy? You're not got anybody under the patio. Yeah, I saw your photos, Nikki. Of course you had to buy wool. You're on your holidays. My ex-husband used to get so cross with me because I used to go in wool shops when I had a wool shop of my own. And but it was nice to go in someone else's. Yeah, I agree, Candy Goth. He used to do good beginner tutorials and he used to do some really good ones. But I don't know why suddenly I've gone off him a bit. As my mother would say, he's got a bit too big for his boots. He's starting to believe his own hype. That's not a good thing. Yeah, the innuendos are terrible, aren't they? I mean, so he's gay, so what? Who cares, But you don't have to come out with all these little snidey comments about what goes on in your bedroom. It's not nice. I mean, nothing goes on in my bedroom, so you're not missing anything, folks. The only thing that goes on in my bedroom is sleeping. Yeah, nobody wants to know. If you was heterosexual, you still don't want to know, do you? I don't anyway. To me, if he's going to make a crochet video, it should be about crocheting and not about the other side of his life, let's just say. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Where's the guys tonight? Nobody's in, are they? Where's he in? Nathan? Nobody in. Yeah, he does wind me up the wrong way, yeah. No, the only thing I want to know about people's bedrooms is if they've made a nice bedspread. That's the only thing I want to know about. You know, I don't mind seeing a lovely bedspread. Well, that's really all I want to know. I mean, you might see mine one day when I ever get it decorated. So, but at the moment, everybody's banned because there's no wallpaper on the wall, and I have not got the Red Cross first aid man in there. Oh, Gigi loves my big blanket that I got made for my 70th birthday. Was it 70th or was it 72nd? Can't remember. Anyway, for one of my birthdays. Gigi absolutely loves it. Sue has a habit of straightening it all out and putting it on the back of the sofa. And then Gigi comes along and he gets quite cross and you don't know why he's so cross. And then you realise what he wants is he wants me to pull the blanket down, you know, from the back of the sofa and put it down onto the sofa so he can curl up and make a nest. Yeah, my little Gigi. Well, he's not mine, is he? But you know what I mean. He's my little cutie. I keep hoping his daddy will get a new job and then I can go back to having him all day. Oh, I love James C. Brett Marble Chunky. Got some lovely colours. I'm making another of the Luna Lovegood cardigans. I do try so hard not to get Gigi hair or anything I'm selling, but it's very hard because it sort of floats in the air. I've even been known to go around, you know, with tweezers, like trying to get everything off, you know, the hair. Oh, right, you're going on an ice cream one. Right, okay then, Mimi. Nice to have your company. Oh, doggy stink eye. There's nothing. Yeah, you're right there. I tell you what, little as he is, Gigi can give me the eye. Buster was the best. My goodness. Buster had a terrific line in Eyes and Sulking. Bye, Mimi. Yeah, he perfected it to an art, did my big fella. My Buster. Yeah, it's nice to have a break. Even when I just went to Woolfest, that was like a little holiday to me. You know, I really enjoyed like the different atmosphere and going round and seeing the llamas and the sheep and everything like that. I mean, it was only a day, but it was nice when you don't get out like don't get out much. It was just nice. Yeah, we did. It was a great day, Nikki. If ever you can get to any of the yarn festivals, then you really should try and get to some. Well, I had a brilliant time. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had a brilliant time. Like I said, just one day, but it was worth going for a day. I must go to more of them. I would like to go to the Edinburgh one next year, but I'll have to save up for that because it wouldn't be worthwhile going for a day. It's so far. I'd need to save up, to rent somewhere for a hotel or some kind of, B&B to go for a couple of days up to Edinburgh. I'm sure I should be able to persuade Sue to take me because she loves Scotland. Yeah, Skipton's in September. Yeah, that's a thought, isn't it? I went with Sue, yes. I was fortunate enough for Sue to take me because I took my big walker with me, the one I fell off. And so she had to put the back seats down in a little mini to get me in. Yeah, it would be nice if we can go to Skipton. Skipton's nice on its own. I've been there a few times. Who makes videos? Me, of course. Nikki does. She's Smurfy. I Am Yarn Inspired Kelly does. Anybody else on here make a video? Zoe makes videos. That's 24 Karat Crochet. Oh, hi, Gracie. Oh, we don't mind if you're knitting or crocheting. We've just been discussing that. Oh, Mimi loves yarn, does yeah. I've got so many people I follow. I'm really behind. And I like watching Kendra, the Happenstance place. Or what else is it? Something to do with Hooked by Happenstance, yeah. You just got your budget on there. Oh, my tripod keeps wobbling on the chair. I suppose I could put the legs up, but I'm just being lazy. Yeah, Kendra's so down to earth, and she's such a lovely lady. There's quite a lot of people that I watch. I can't think. When you put on a spot and you can't remember. Yeah, there's quite a few. I mean, a lot of them are knitters only. Well, mostly knitters only. Like Zines and Rogers, is it? And I think inside number 23, she knits and sews. Oh, I'm just trying to think who I watch now. Of course, I watch Bob Wilson, yeah. Kendra, no, I don't understand. She should have loads, shouldn't she? There's quite a few people that I watch, and I'm surprised, how few subscribers they've got because, you think, oh, this is a good video, and I'm really enjoying watching this, and she's so interesting. And then you look at the subscribers and you think, Kendra's is Happenstance Place or Hooked by Happenstance. Karen, oh, I think she's got a boyfriend. That's what's holding her up. I think she's in love, I think, yes. There's quite a few guys that I watch as well. There's Gerald, what's he called? Hooks. Oh my goodness, what's Gerald called? Anybody remember what Gerald's called? No, Sean's not done any videos for a while. Hi, Jen. Oh, come on, what's Gerald's name? Oh, I know it's got a Z in it, hasn't it? Oh, my goodness. Oh, come on, somebody must watch him. Come on, tell me what he's called. You must watch him, Kelly. And then there's Cody, of course. Who else is there besides Cody? There's quite a few guys I watch. I just can't think of their names. Cody Rea, isn't he? Hand me down crochet. It's Downs with a Z, isn't it? Downs. Hand me downs crochet, that's it, yeah. That's the one, yeah. The hand me downs. And what's the other one? Cody Rea, isn't it? I think Cody. I think it's Rea. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if that's the right spelling, but he's nice to watch. Yeah, smells great. Oh, goodness, I can't remember the names. Fiber Spider, yeah. I do watch that. Oh, goodness. I keep meaning to watch Fiber Spider from one end to another when he does his readings. Because I don't like listening to him because I want to watch the whole of it as if I go, like it's a serial. I mean, when my mum used to buy magazines like the Woman's World or whatever they were called, Woman's Weekly, I used to save them all up until I had all of the serial, to read in one go because I didn't like reading them a week at a time. I'm funny like that. Yeah, I did see that. I haven't watched it yet. Fiber Spider. And I sometimes watch Bag a Day. She called Bag a Day Crochet. And I watch DOY7 Creations. Sometimes watch her. Oh, you're back again, nerdy. Hello. I've never got into the Bakery Bears. I never have. Oh, I Craft Angel. Yeah, I watch Kristen Omdahl. I don't watch her every day. I did watch her one day when the Dolphins were out playing. But I can't seem to find the time to watch her every. No, that's the bit I don't like with the Bakery Bears. I like it when they just stick to crafting. It makes the video go on too long. I'm never in the mood for watching an hour and a half videos. Oh, I watch Crochet Luna and I watch Crochet Cakes and what's it, Cozy Cottage. What's it called? Cozy Cottage something or other. Hannah, she's called. I watch her. Yeah, we've done 2 hours 22 minutes. We've done today. Yeah, I sort of don't usually catch her live. Speeding up the video. What, with Kristen, you mean, or mine? Oh, there are some people I can't watch. Well, I can't think who she was. There was a lady. I had to speed her up because she used to talk so slowly. Yeah. And I used to have to speed her up because she drove me nutty. I can't think who it was now. Oh, well, I was determined to use my stash up, and I am using my stash. This colour I've got from my niece is out of my stash. Oh, you've got a lily. Well, I hope I'm honest. I do try. If I don't like something, I won't say, oh, you must buy this book because it's wonderful. If I don't like it, I'll tell you I don't like it, yeah. Oh, 8 balls in your stash. Yeah. I watched that other lady who lives in Kenya. What's she called now? Oh, she's quite interesting. She does bits of about Kenya in there as well. Oh, I can't stand the begging ones. You know, the ones who say, oh, I would love to get this, that, and the other, but I've not got enough money. It's on my wish list. All this jazz. No, I don't like that. It's just begging. I'm sorry, but no. Yeah, and they even say what brand they would like. The Secret Yarner, that's the lady. I like watching her. The people who say it's this brand and it's so much, and it's on my this, it's on my list, and I'm thinking, just stop begging. It's so rude. Yeah, she's nice. The Yarner is she called? Yeah, Secret Yarner. I like it when she does like the road trips and yeah. I mean, I say jokey things like, if you all sent me £1, I'd be able to go to America, but you all know I don't mean it. It's just something silly that I say. But no, I don't. Oops, I've lost my back scratcher again. Yeah, I'm special, as my friend says. I'm itching again, me back. Oh, some of them do have voices that really get on your nerves, don't you? No, I am. I'm special. Hi, Teresa. Yes, I'm very special. Special needs, I think, sometimes. Oh, yeah, that makes me cringe too, Teresa. I think, stop begging, for goodness sake. You can't afford I have a wish list on Amazon. I'm not saying that for anybody to go and have a look at it, but that's there purely because I put things on. And then when my family sometimes say, we don't know what to get you for Christmas, or we don't know what to get you for this, that, and the other, then I just say, just look in my wish list, but I wouldn't put that on my YouTube channel. It's just, yeah, that's right, isn't it, Nikki? I don't get any But no, I buy all my own books. I buy all my own magazines and patterns. Yeah, I'm like that. I have a wish list. Also, I put on a wish list, and then I decide later whether or not I do really want it. Because half the time I put things on my wish list because I think, oh, that's a good idea. And then, you go back and you look at it and you think, no, I don't really need it. Why have I put that in my wish list? I do that with eBay as well. I see a dress or I see something, and I put it in the wish list, and then it goes up past what I want to pay for it, so then I take it out again. Oh, that's bad, isn't it, Nerdy? I'm sorry about that. Yeah, you've got your budgets. We've all got budgets. Like everybody else, like you, Nikki, and everybody, I'm on a fixed budget. So if I can't afford it, then I don't get it, and that's the end of it, because you got to be careful, because sometimes something happens in the household, doesn't it? Like you need yeah. I try to live within my means, although it doesn't always happen. Yeah, I'm the same. I put things in wish lists, and then I go back. Sometimes what you thought was amazing, when you go back and have another look, you think it's not so amazing after all. I don't really need it. And I have a credit card, but it's on zero. It's been on zero for quite some time. I got into a muddle with credit cards a few years back, and I got to the stage where I didn't know which way to turn. I mean, I did sort myself out, but I vowed I'd never get into that mess again. Yeah. I don't go down to pound. Well, I don't know whether Kelly can get near one or not. I don't know. Yeah, that's the worst, isn't it? My friend's baby was like a cot death, and there was never a determined decision on why she died, and that's terrible. Oh, there's one near you, is there? Yeah. Yeah, it's sad when people. I mean, my next door neighbour was only 48. She passed 10 weeks ago. We're still recovering from that. Very, very sad. You feel like people are being cheated out of their life, don't you? You get there's some nasty bees, isn't there, in this world you would really like to pass away, and they escape everything. I don't have anything in my neck of the woods. You're also so lucky to have Poundwells and Poundlands and that. Yeah, the evil ones, the ones who've been absolute bees all their life. And they never get anything. And you get, like my lovely neighbour who was so nice to everyone. I never heard her say a bad word about anybody. She was such a lovely woman. And she has to get cancer, It's just not right, is it? There's no justice in this world. But they say only the good die young, don't they? Oh. Tea Time Crochet has just uploaded a video. I just got a memo that came across. Yeah, I do hope that there is justice in the next world. That they do have to atone for all the evil that they've done, all these murderers and things. Well, you obviously need to get out there with your purses, ladies, while they got the sale on. Yeah, I wish I could definitely believe it. I do believe in karma, though, that karma comes around. You know, if you get somebody who's a real evil bee and really nasty to everybody, I do think that they hopefully get their comeuppance, before you get the quiet, unsung heroes that are so nice to everyone, but they don't make a song and dance about it. They're just lovely people. I can't stand people who con the old people out of money. The ones who knock on old dears' doors with some pretense and, get in the house and steal their purses and that. I mean, they never recover, these old dears, do they? Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the world's coming to these days. When people say, would you like to go back? Would you like to be younger and live back in the time when you did? I would in some respects because, like, my life was a lot happier when I was a youngster. I didn't have all this aggro and that youngsters have today. But I wouldn't want to go back, um, be that age in the world that it is now. I wouldn't like to be 20 now. If I had to be 20, I'd want to be 20 back in the 60s where I was before. Yeah, no, we've all had our moments. I didn't do it when I was younger because of my son. I didn't want, even though my life was pretty miserable at the time, I didn't do it because I wouldn't leave my son with my ex, yeah. And that's the only reason why I'm still alive today. I do by and large, yeah, although some people do not respect you the way that you respect other people. I think we should have a campaign. Be nice to one another. I think it's Linda that says that. Um, oh gosh, here I am. No names again, can't remember. But she always says, be nice to one another when she goes off the video. Yeah, my problem was being trapped in a marriage and couldn't see a way out at the time. I had a young child, but I'm glad I didn't do it. I think we sort of drifted off the subject of knit and crochet, haven't we? Yeah, I don't see what people gain by being nasty to one another. You can see it, can't you, in life? People go out of their way to be nasty, just for the hell of it, just because they can. And I'm thinking, why do you do that? Why do you get pleasure out of, um, being nasty to people? I just don't know, don't understand, and never will. Yeah, I have a breathing machine in there for the evening because I've got sleep apnea. But luckily, I've got a ceiling fan straight above my head, so I sleep with the fan on. Yeah, I like heat to a certain extent, Nikki, but I don't like it too hot. I don't cope too well with hot sun, but I like it when it's just nice and reasonably hot, if you know what I'm saying. When we get to 80, that's a little bit hot for my body. 70s, I'm quite okay with that. I could never live anywhere where they get to 100. We could do with some rain, because of the moorland fires. Yeah, I'm like that, Tracy. I don't like my bedroom to be too hot. Well, they're talking about introducing a hosepipe ban in in the UK from Monday. No, they're not saying showers for us up here. It's worth it. We could really do with it because of the grass fires and that. Because it's peaked and it's burning like mad. It just keeps on smouldering. Oh, how would you 400 pin? Oh my goodness me! I've got one hair grip and one clip in my hair. Ah, cool. That's why it looks so rubbish. I can't braid my hair. I don't have enough of it. Goodness gracious! All that hair. Mine won't grow past a certain stage now. It used to when I was young, but as I've got older and bleached it all, it's gone very brittle. Yeah, my hair's very, very fine when it grows. Can't do anything with it. Oh my goodness. That is long hair. My hair doesn't really grow much. Oh, I don't. I don't like thunderstorms, Craft Angel. I wasn't so bad when there was somebody else in the house, even the dog, because I was so busy consoling the dog that I didn't bother about me. Yeah, he's a troll. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I knew a girl who had really gorgeous. I used to call it like Renaissance hair. She was a redhead, well, dark redhead. She had the most gorgeous, like, curls. She hated him, of course. Mighty people of curly hair never want it. And people like me with poker straight hair would like a bit of a curl. Now, my hair used to go long. I mean, it never went down to my waist or anything like that. It would go about halfway down my back. But since I've got older, it just breaks off now. I'm hoping when it all grows out. I shall remember that when I'm watching you. No, mine was breaking off because I'd I'd over bleached it basically over years and years. And about it's just been bleached for how long? Quite a long time, so it's just brittle. Now, I don't use a hairdryer unless I've mistimed my shower and I've got to go out and my hair's still wet. I had red curly hair when I was born. Didn't last long and it went dark. My hair's not curly when it's wet. It's sort of yeah, that's interesting. Jean, yeah. Yeah, when I wash my hair, it goes into like rough and ruddy curls. But once it's dry, it just goes straight again. My niece just trims mine. I won't go near the hairdresser. I haven't found a good hairdresser that knows the meaning of trim. You go in with hair my length and you come out with it level with your ears. That's not a trim. That's a haircut. I've tried, somebody else told me something about oil, but I think I put baby oil in mine and it wouldn't come out. I was shampooing and shampooing. My son used to have blonde, really blonde curls, and everybody thought he was a girl. Hi, Rosita. I'm just talking about you in a nice kind of way. We're just talking about your lovely videos with the beading and everything. So, hi, everybody. This is Rosita, or Rose, whichever we want to call her. Yeah, you've all got to watch Rose's videos, especially if you like beaded ones or like anything like that. She's very talented as our Rose. So if you've not watched any of her videos, just take a good look. She's got lots and lots of lovely tutorials on beading and everything. Good, I'm glad you're all sub to Rose. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, Rose, yes. I loved your flowers that were on Facebook. The crochet flowers, they were lovely. Very lifelike. Good show, Jean, yeah. You won't be sorry, she does some nice videos. I know, my son used to have beautifully curly hair, he's bald now. Good, good. Everybody's subbing to Rose. That's what we need, to get Rose to climb the charts. Oh, right, I'm so glad about that. Those flowers are amazing, though, that you've done, Rose. They really are lovely. Yes, we'll get you to climb the charts, Rose. We will. Tell you what, I didn't realise the other day that, when you do a thumbs up, it makes a difference to your sort of rising up the charts to be seen by other people. I never even realised that. I was talking to Claire, or Wilson123, and she was saying it's all to do with prominence. If you want more people to view your video, then you need to get thumbs up. Even thumbs down works apparently, yeah. Which would probably upset the people who thumbs down. Yeah, I agree. Rosie's work is amazing, and she does a lot of it without a pattern. When she makes her amigurumis and that, she makes a lot of it without a pattern, which I could. I can do a cardigan or something like that without a pattern, but I couldn't do roses and amigurumis and things that she does. Oh my goodness, that sounds a bit complicated. My son used to have one of those silly little, what did he call them, a rat tail or something at the back, where the rest of his hair was short and he had this little rat's tail like at the back. No happy voice, none of us are Russian. Sorry about that if you want to be Russian, but we're not. As far as I know, unless somebody's got a secret, none of us in here are Russian. You'd swear in Russian. I don't have enough hair to have an undercut of anything. Oh, that's in the a cake from Lolly's Little Wool Shack. She's online. Yeah, he had a little. He didn't have a rat tail. He had a plait. Yeah, my DNA test was a bit of a shock. Neon coloured everything. Yeah, I like neon colours. Nice and bright. The kids off school now, Rose? Are they off for the holidays? Why not have crazy sock yarn, nice bright socks? You don't have to have miserable colours for socks. Yeah, it was a bit about the Turkish or whatever it was. Iran and Iraq. Lord knows where that's come from. Oh, no school today. No, but are they off school for the holidays yet? The summer holidays? Yeah, I need to get another skein of some sock yarn. I got some beautiful, beautiful sock yarn from Countess Blaze in Manchester. Cost an arm and a leg, but I'm definitely not going to make socks with it. So I've got two like random shades, different colours of random shades, and I really want like a plain colour to go with each one of them, so I can make a shawl. Yeah. Oh, I always knit socks. I've got very sensitive feet. Yeah. Oh, if you'd have gone to Woolfest Nerdy Stitcher, there were some absolutely fabulous lace weight knitted shawls. They were so good. I mean, some of them were so fine you could have read the paper through them. They were beautiful. Yeah, I've not worked with lace weight yet. Christine Omdell works a lot, doesn't she, with her shawls and that with lace weight. But she uses a very big hook. And I can't, it doesn't come easy to me using so big of a hook with thin wool. All right, Nikki, I'm glad you enjoyed your holiday. Right, thank you, Rose. It's nice for you to pop on. Yeah. Bye now. Bye, Rose. Have a nice day for church. I've only done top down socks. I started some toe up ones once, but I got a bit sort of muddled up somehow. I met Catherine actually at Woolfest. I've never bought any of her yarn, but yeah, Anne Budd is good sock designer. I don't know why I get so stuck. You would think it would be just the same, only backwards, wouldn't you? But I just struggle more with toe up. toe up means when you start at the toes and work your way up to the heel and then go up to the top and then cast off. You know, the top, the other ones, the down ones, they start with the ribbon at the top, work down to the heel, then past the gusset and then onto the toe. I've never managed I've never really tried actually to do the fish lips kiss heel, or trout pout as I used to call it. I just look at the pattern and it's like, oh hello there, whoever. The pattern just confuses me just by looking. When I make another pair of socks, I'll maybe try it out. The Fleagle method. Got me there. I don't knit enough socks to know what a Fleagle method is. Countess Blaze is a really beautiful colour she dyes the yarn. Absolutely fabulous colours. But she's a little bit expensive for my purse anyway. You wouldn't have to put them in, but they don't sit as nicely. You can do, you know, heelless like socks, just like, but they don't fit as nice. I can't use a circular needle. I hate to confess this, but yeah, it's out of my budget most of the time. I did buy 2 skeins of it, but I was gifted some money to go and treat myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought any of it. Whenever I say show for these, they always disappear. Yep, I'm falling asleep. You're right. I was going to take a nap this afternoon and I didn't, so obviously I think it's time for me to say bye-bye to everybody before I fall asleep. I have a habit of doing that, by the way. I have sleep apnea. Big share. Oh. Yes, I think I'm going to go to sleep before I fall asleep and you'll all be talking to yourself and I'll be snoozing. I've done that before. So good night, everybody, and thank you all for coming. And hope to see you all next week, all being well. So I shall see you all. So bye now.